all you're gonna do is put up your right hand. We like to call this the roof. He starts to creep step over, and then he can watch. So instead of just going here and giving one look, you can come in here, here. Hey everyone, let's go over our switch series for MMA, okay? Before we go into the whole switch series, know that, that this is what the next evolution of MMA is right now. You'll see a lot of fighters using that switch, like even, you see tons. Like, Jorge Masvidal versus Darren Till. There's a great one example. He used a cool little switch series to knock out Till. Sandhagen, even just 2 weeks ago, you see him switching. Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, just to name a few. Okay. Before I show you our little switch series, I'm going to show you a little different stance, okay, for MMA and for this switch. There's a bunch of people that's using this. One of the biggest names that uses this kind of stance is Israel Adesanya. For me, I like to I use the nickname Jones. This was after my favorite boxer, Roy Jones Jr. He used this stance, okay? So from our regular stance here, what we're gonna do to get to the Jones is, all you're gonna do is you're gonna switch your weight over to your lead side. And then from here, all you're gonna do is put up your right hand. We like to call this the roof, okay? Like the roof of a house that protects your home from all the elements. Well, this roof will protect you from getting punched. Not 100%, but it prevents, any kind of protection is better than no protection. So from here, Christoph's going to go into the Jones stance. Notice what he's done. He's basically gone into, like his shoulders have gone into a southpaw stance. His hips have turned halfway over, okay? You're going to see why this is very important and what kind of strikes this opens up, okay? So now, let's say he's outside range, okay? Like he's backed up, and he goes to the Jones from here. Now, the thing is he's out of range, so he has to find a way in. Obviously, yes, he can step his way in, and he can try to throw from out there. It is far though. The other option, which is a good option because this can let you see how your opponent adjusts, is what I call creep stepping. So he goes to Jones, he starts to creep step over, and then he can watch. The thing is when you're creep stepping, you have to watch your opponent because then you got to see how they react to it. For every little reaction, we're going to have a little counter for it. So we're going to go through a whole series. We're just going to assume right now that I'm just standing and I'm just watching him and I'm letting him come in. Okay, again, this is just one option. I'm not saying this is the only one. So he starts to come in. Now the first option we're going to go over is a good one. It's just a basic uppercut cross. Boom, boom. He's going to step in. So from outside range, he goes from regular stance, he steps in, creeps in, uppercut cross. Okay, one other thing. There is a little other way to creep. So instead of just keeping one look, the one thing I like to use is what I call 2 seconds. You always want to move your head or move your feet every 2 seconds. So that way it gives your opponent a different look every second or every 2 seconds so they're not ready to figure you out and see what's open. So instead of just going here and giving one look, you can come in here, roof this side. Then notice I keep switching my weight to different positions, okay? So I can creep my way this way and this way as well. Or if you feel confident, and also too, if you are setting up something, you can go one way because maybe you are going forward to get the reaction. So this is possible as well. So just so you know that. So Christoph creeps in here and then uppercut cross, option 1, okay? He can go creep 2, which is roof one side, roof, and then uppercut cross, okay? Option 1.